so glad that we're having this opportunity to talk. When your company reached out and asked about what do we really need to look for in TEM software,
right.
The very first thing I said, well, let's make sure that everybody knows what TEM stands for.
Thank you.
Okay, and again, being in purchasing and then being thrown into this, it's tough, to know what to really look for. And first of all, telecommunications expense management means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And when you're looking for software that's going to be implemented into your SAP system, looking at, how is it going to interact with your call detail records, exactly how are you going to use it, those become very difficult questions, and they encompass every facet of your business, meaning HR has to be on board. Purchasing, which you're from, has to be very much on board, and then it goes into your IT department and your telecommunications. So a lot of different departments are going to be touching this. So it's a big decision. When we're looking at helping our clients decide what software to use, we really want you to be focused on a few different things. First of all, really, what is the main objective? What is your company looking to accomplish by implementing a software, an expense management software?
Well, we do want to save money, but also we want to cut down the amount of hours spent on our team looking at this information.
Those are very good objectives to have. So, number one, that you do want to cut down on the expenses, okay? And number two, you want to save time and processing those frustrations on those hundreds of invoices. So those are two good things. Now, have the people in IT come to you about wanting to have better visibility. And what I mean by that is that they've said, look, we're purchasing all these new locations. We've just merged with this other entity, and we have no idea what kind of services that they have. We have no clue.
Some people use one vendor. We're finding that another building uses another vendor. We have to get that all under control.
Sure. Number two, knowing the absolute magnitude of what this project is going to entail and making sure that you have the proper stakeholders from each of the proper departments, okay?
Right.
So that's going to be very important in this engagement. So everything that you've touched on, telecommunication expense management software can help, but it will not be the only thing that you'll need. And so one of the things that we caution our clients on is don't jump into a decision on TEM software before you have done a complete thorough audit. Because what we've found, again, being in the industry for 20 years, is that we'll go into a client that has had a TEM software solution in place for years, and they still do not have the proper visibility. They don't have all of their contracts and their start and end dates. They're not even sure if they're paying the right rates. And that's not anything against the software. It's that they did not do a complete thorough audit first.
Right.
So
this sounds so time consuming, Denise. How much time do I have to block off my calendar?
Sure. And again, every project is a little bit different. And one of the things that CBI does is we have RFPs, or requests for proposals, that are very helpful for our clients to put out in the marketplace to say, this is what I'm looking for, so that you can do an apples to apples comparison. I mean, that is something that we help our clients walk through from again, start to finish in selecting the correct TEM software. Okay. So, this is an old statement that's been around forever, and that's garbage in, garbage out, right?
Right.
So you can have the best software with all types of great dashboards and reporting and cool bells and whistles, but if you don't have the scrubbed data going in, you're going to have data that comes out that's not going to be useful. That's not going to be as useful, I should say, as it could be.
So you'll help me with that, and I don't have to block out much time on my calendar at all. I can just hand you some information, and your team will put it all into a nutshell for me?
Well, we do make it easy. We do take, as it says right here, it's complicated. We're not. I mean, we will definitely help you with that.
Good.
What we will never do, though, is mislead you in any way, shape, or form to think that it can be done without your participation at all. I mean, we will cut down the amount of time and effort that you have to put in, absolutely. But, in all reality, it still requires those stakeholders from your company. And so when you bring us on, we're always going to let you know exactly how it is. even
Great.
if it's not really what you want to hear, it's going to be what you need to hear to make the proper decisions and put you on the path that you need to achieve all of those objectives that we talked about.